This is a special presentation from News Channel Nebraska. This broadcast is presented by Currency. Does your business need financing for equipment, trucks, or trailers? All you need is Currency. Visit gocurrency.com. Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose. Find out more at libertyfirstcu.com. Faith Regional Health Services. When you need exemplary care, have faith. And by Midwest Bank. Midwest Bank is always ready to lend a hand in the communities that they serve. Log on to MidwestBank.com to find out more.
Heartland Athletic Conference Championship Soccer here today in Norfolk, Nebraska. You're watching News Channel Nebraska. Kalen Devin and Luke Stara joining you today, and we have reached the final of the HAC tournament, and it's the number 1 seed, Norfolk Panthers, taking on the 2nd seed, Lincoln Southwest Silverhawks. Although you look at the seeds, the rankings are a little bit different when it comes to the wide variety and the mass look at the soccer rankings.
Yeah, you got 2 teams here out today, the Silverhawks and the Panthers. Obviously, like you said, the Panthers, the 1 seed in the HAC. But the Silverhawks are the team to beat this year, have not lost a game so far. 11-0 on the season. The Panthers sitting at 11-3. And how did these teams get here? Well, Norfolk on Wednesday was able to defeat the Grand Island Islanders, who just claimed third a few minutes ago, 1-0. And then it was an overtime thriller between Southwest and Southeast. Southwest taking the crown 3-2 in that one, and that's how both teams have got here. A little bit different paths, but both ultimately going towards that same goal of capturing the Heartland Athletic Conference Championship.
Lincoln Southwest, the number 1 team in the state, ranked throughout most media outlets. They are 11-0, the only Class A team that is unbeaten. Meanwhile, Norfolk is creeping up the ranks. They're currently 10th at 11-3. But you look at a team that is 11-3, and the teams ahead of them, 9-4, 8-4, a lot of really good teams in Class A. But Norfolk, the main reason why a lot of the analysts in the media haven't really ranked them higher is because of their schedule. They played a lot of teams below 500, yet Norfolk is 9-0 against teams under 500, but 2-3 against teams that are at or above 500.
Yeah, and honestly, I think the more impressive stat there is who those 3 games they lost to. You got South Sioux City, a powerhouse, also undefeated this year, but in Class B, 2-1 earlier in the season. Then a bit of a hiccup along the way against Lincoln East, 7-0. Again, that game very early on, the Panthers went down to 10 men, and it just wasn't going to be their day. And then recently against Omaha West Side, 9-3 West Side, only lost 1-0. So that Lincoln East game you can kind of put aside as that hiccup game. But those other 2 games, the Panthers have been right with very, very good teams. Again, South Sioux City going to be one of those teams you're going to see at state this year. And Omaha West Side, they're not a team to be trifled with either, as they, like I said, 9-3 on the year. So the Panthers have stuck with the good teams. It's just a matter of if they can score enough goals or get on the score sheet, especially against this very high-powered offense and great defensive team that is the Silverhawks.
The matchup with Norfolk and Lincoln Southwest, it is an interesting one, and we will talk about some of the key players for both the Panthers and the Silverhawks coming up next on News Channel Nebraska.
Pre-game show is brought to you by Custom Sports. Look great for every game with custom team or business apparel from Custom Sports. Check them out at CustomSportsCo.com.
Parkinson's disease is a lifelong condition, but physical therapy can improve many of the symptoms. Let's meet one of the physical therapists at Faith Regional who helps with Parkinson's patients. Joined now by Kylie Baumert, a physical therapist with Faith Regional Health Services. Kylie, one of your specialties is dealing with patients that have Parkinson's disease. When you approach that from a physical therapy standpoint, what does it look like?
Well, I am trained in LSVT BIG, so it's a very strict protocol that is 4 days a week for 4 weeks. We focus a lot on their amplitude of movement. So the research has shown that when we focus on their amplitude, a lot of the other issues that are seen with Parkinson's kind of fall into place. So analogy that I saw a while back was what the brain does to an individual with Parkinson's is it slows down your movement and it makes you feel like you're moving normally when actually you're not. So we recalibrate their body and we, show them move like I'm moving, which seems like it's very exaggerated and huge and kind of obnoxious sometimes, but then it lands them at that normal movement pattern.
What are some of the exercises and practices you're doing with patients?
So the program is pretty specific to their exercises. So we go through them and we say, do as I'm doing. It's working on, big arms, big steps with walking. It addresses their motion of their shoulders and their back and their hips throughout all of the exercises. So we can modify the exercises depending on their needs. They have protocols for sitting, even laying down if they aren't able to get up and move as well. And then there are standard standing exercises that we can also adjust for balance with an arm support or whatever they need.
With a condition like Parkinson's, I'm sure many folks think they just have to deal with these issues, but there are outcomes where they can improve and those improvements can stay.
I always encourage people, it's a chronic neurological disease, yes, but these treatment protocols have been researched pretty heavily and have been shown that they can really slow down the progression of the disease, which is very exciting because the movement and the exercises is very crucial in Parkinson's.
Well, Kylie, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
A new year, a fresh start, a resolution to grow more, gain more, give more. The process is the same: plant, grow, harvest. But the way you do it is always evolving. And so are we, Aurora Cooperative. Grow, gain, give. Aurora and you.
Join in the next generation of great health at Columbus Fieldhouse, because strong families are vital to a strong community. With the region's most state-of-the-art facility, there's room for fitness, fun, and friends. There's space for all sports: tennis, football, soccer, volleyball, basketball, or golf. Or lace up to try out the track. And on-site services provided by Columbus Community Hospital keep you in the best shape. Be a part of something extraordinary and join us today in taking the next step to a stronger future.
New home on the horizon? Loan it to own it. Need a new car to keep you moving? Loan it to own it. Looking for a new adventure? Loan it to own it with Liberty First Credit Union. Liberty First Credit Union is there for every step of your journey. Anyone can join to receive low payments and fixed rates to help get you through every new milestone. When you're ready to own it, loan it through Liberty First Credit Union.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. By Central Nebraska Orthopedics, dedicated to the motion of life. And by Region 4 Behavioral Health, quality mental health and substance abuse services.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. I love it. Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
We're definitely coming back. Sure.
We have a wedding band to buy. So.
We do, yes, the wedding bands. We'll be back for that.
Starter Heyman Jewelers, downtown 12th and O, South Point Pavilions, and Grand Island.
Heartland Athletic Conference Tournament Championship on News Channel Nebraska between the 11-0 Lincoln Southwest Silverhawks and the 11-3 Norfolk Panthers. Let's take a look at our key players, and we will start with the Norfolk Panthers. Panthers are going to have to watch out for number 10, Isidro Rosas. Rosas is one of those players where when he gets in the open space, Luke, he's a guy that you have to watch out for defensively.
Yeah, I mean, we called one of the games a couple weeks back against North Star, and it was such a fun game to watch. And he was a big reason why the Panthers were able to win that game, not just because of the one goal he scored, but also because he was able to assist. He got an assist in that game, too. Just such a versatile player, works the ball so well, so hard to slow down. It's such a technical player to watch, and I'm excited to see what he brings under the lights here tonight at Veterans Memorial.
Wearing number 10 for the Panthers, this sophomore, he's got 7 goals this season with 4 assists. Meanwhile, taking a look at the other number 10 for Lincoln Southwest, watch out for the senior who has taken a big role. Mobast Alawadi, he's a guy who has been one of the best players in Class A all season long.
You could argue the best in the state. 13 goals this season, averaging a goal a game, 7 assists. He's such a good player for the Silverhawks, and I'm really excited to see, because again, when the lights are on, when the lights are bright, what type of player are you going to get? Alawadi is going to be that player for the Silverhawks that when the moment is up, when it's his time to shine, is he going to be the one to step up for the Silverhawks and take those chances? And he's done it so far this season, as I said earlier, with 13 goals. Such a good passer, too. But the battle between him and Rosas on both sides of the field is going to be fun to watch.
Game time coming up next on NCN.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
We're incredibly proud to be recognized as one of Nebraska's best in-state hospitals by Newsweek because it really demonstrates the high-quality, safe patient care we give every day.
I feel incredibly proud of this award because it's a recognition of the trust that our communities place in us.
To me, this award is a true testament to the high-quality care we give right here in our area. There's really no need to travel when you got all the care you need right here.
It's a testament to the hard work and dedication of every Faith employee who's focused on excellent patient care from the time they walk through our front doors to the time they leave.
This award proves that we truly live out our mission every day.
To me, this recognition means we're exceeding standards because that's what our patients deserve.
This recognition means that we undoubtedly prioritize our patients' health and well-being.
We are truly honored to be your trusted healthcare partner. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Taking a look at our school spotlight in the Heartland Athletic Conference Tournament Championship game between Norfolk and Lincoln Southwest. It's brought to you by Currency. If your business needs financing for equipment, trucks, or trailers, all you need is Currency. Check them out at gocurrency.com. That's gocurrency.com. Let's take a look at Lincoln Southwest. In Lincoln, Nebraska, almost 300,000 people there in the capital city, Lancaster County. Over 1,500 students there in the school, and they are the Silverhawks, one of the best mascots in all of Nebraska, if you ask me. Then the Norfolk Panthers playing here, the home team today. They have about 25,000 people here in Madison County. That's 7 on the license plate, nearly 1,000 in this school, and they are the Panthers. Kaylin Debin and Luke Stera joining you today on a little bit of a chilly Friday night, a game that should have been played on Wednesday, but a few tornado warnings, couple touchdowns here in northeast Nebraska made it so they had to move the game to Friday.
Yeah, and the most interesting part was it took until the next day to figure out how many tornadoes there actually were. There were 4 confirmed tornadoes that hit the northeast Nebraska region. Again, mainly just damage to fields, no damage, thankfully, to any people, but very interesting to see all 4 tornadoes up in the northeast Nebraska region.
It was wild. Let's take a look at some of the players here today. Starting lineups, we'll start with the number 1 team in the state, Class A, the Lincoln Southwest Silverhawks. Number 1, Dylan Byerman. Number 3, Tanner Drought. Number 5, Oscar Tapia. Number 6, Landon Holmberg. Number 7, Miguel Solano. Number 8, Noah Rakowski. Number 10, Mobast Alawadi. Number 13, Marco Spinar. Number 17, Bryson Stanzik. Number 19, Gavin Weiland. And number 21, Spencer Rose. For the Norfolk Panthers, who are hosting today because they are the leader of the Plains Division. And every year the divisions flip-flop who takes home, and since Norfolk was the number 1 team in the Plains, they get to host, although they don't have the perfect record like Lincoln Southwest. They've got number 7, Cole Fundis. Number 10, Isidro Rosas. Number 12, Peyton Veter. Number 14, Sam Myers. Number 15, Tanner Eisenhower. Number 19, Braden Long. Number 21, Peyton Turnus. Number 23, Ethan Machuca. Number 34, Mason Merkel. And then in goal, number 9, Kalen Leibengood. Also, the freshman, number 4, Juan Virvez, getting some time here today.
I'm excited to see. I mean, talking with Coach Myers before the game, very excited. I was actually got the chance to talk to him before the Heartland Athletic Conference even started, and he said it's amazing to be able to host the tournament here at Veterans Memorial Field. He kind of had to think back. He couldn't remember the last time it's actually been hosted in Norfolk, and so it means a lot. As you can see by some of the fans out here, not just for the hometown Norfolk Panthers, but also for the Silverhawks. Both teams traveling well, very passionate fan base in Lincoln, Nebraska, both in the Southeast when they played in the third place game. The Lincoln fans traveled well, and once again, a chance at some hardware early on before we get into the district tournament time. Very, very passionate fan bases, both here in Norfolk and in Lancaster County.
Well, and one of the things that both coaches were talking about, well, Derek Scheich was wondering, at first he wasn't quite sure why they didn't get the home field advantage there at Seacrest Field in Lincoln, but I had to kind of think back, oh, wait a minute, it switches every year and we're not in the Plains. But Lincoln Southwest, the last few games they've played have not had the greatest starts, and that's something that Coach Scheich mentioned. Really need to work on is getting off to a better start. Didn't start well against Lincoln High, still ended up winning that one, and then didn't start well against Lincoln Southeast. And Lincoln Southeast almost had them, almost gave the Silverhawks their first loss of the season, took the lead in the final 10 minutes of the matchup, but the Silverhawks were able to come on back, grab the equalizer in the final minute, 27 seconds, which almost deflated the Knights.
And again, you want to look at the opposite side for the Panthers. Coach Myers saying that his team does really good against teams that are the big competition. It's just when they play teams that are a little bit below their level, kind of struggle a little bit. Said early on against in their previous matchup in the Heartland Athletic Conference against Grand Island, said that one goal could have had 2, 3, or 4 chances go in, just never went their way. And so that's a big focus for him tonight, is being clinical in those times that they do have those chances on goal, just making sure that they capitalize on them, especially against a team 11-0 Southwest.
Yeah, this is definitely a challenge for the Panthers. Goal here today for Norfolk will be to be aggressive and be physical. Lincoln Southwest with an early opportunity. Alawadi on the right wing. This is knocked away and out.
It was a good run there, a nice pass, a thumbs up there from Alawadi. Again, the Panthers are going to have to, like a hawk, just no pun intended, going to have to watch him tonight, because you can just see beautiful one touch there. Nice pass, through ball up to Alawadi, just a little bit beyond his reach. But that's going to be there constantly tonight, and the Panthers got to be aware of where he is on the field, and when your defensive line doesn't get moved too far up into where he just slips behind your defense. A beautiful through ball gets played, and it's 1-0 to the Silverhawks.
Lincoln Southwest is so good at playing aggressively. They tried to set the tone, and that's what they will try to do here against Norfolk. They score a lot, 39 goals on the season to just 6 allowed. That's a tremendous offense and an even better defense.
I was going to say the offense probably gets a lot of accolades, especially Alawadi, who's got 13 goals on the year. But the defense has been fantastic for him. They've shut out many a team this year. Kearney, North Star, Creighton Prep, Northeast, Lincoln Southeast, Columbus. They've shut out many teams this year. But the Panthers, when they get in these low-scoring games, we talked about that South Sioux City game 2-1. We talked about that West Side game 1-0. They play well. It's just a matter of if the Silverhawks can keep them at that low goal total of 0, shut them out, or 1. If they are able to do that, it's going to play into the Silverhawks' favor purely because their defense is so good and they can turn it into offense at any time.
And one of the things that plays so well into the Silverhawks offense, you talk about their defense, they've got 4 playing in the back, but they run the 4-2-2-1. So they have Rakowski, who plays that one position right up top, and then you've got both Miguel Solano and Mabast Alawadi playing on the wings there. It's a pretty dangerous 3-prong attack.
Yeah, you can see both teams really being aggressive to start off this game. Saw a little bit of that in the little amount of the second half I was able to watch between Southeast and Grand Island. It means a lot. No matter what place you're playing for, whether it's the Gold Division, Silver Division, or Bronze Division in this Heartland Athletic Conference, you want to beat what's put in front of you. And the Panthers here have a chance to do something they haven't done in a very long time, which is put their stamp not just on a Heartland Athletic Conference championship, but they have a chance to really make their name known in, like you said, a season where even though they sit at 11-3, still maybe haven't gotten that respect that they think they deserve.
Some action there on the ball as slowly getting up, Cole Fundus. He looks to be okay. Norfolk trying to push the tempo a little bit here. Ball corralled by Turnus, and then this goes beyond the touchline. Norfolk keeps it with Mason Merkel to throw it in. Able to find it to the key scorer, Isidro Rosas, before it's taken away. Rosas tries to save it, can't quite do it. It's a great uniform matchup, too. I love the iced out whites from Lincoln Southwest. Nice forest green numbers. Norfolk bringing the home maroons. Kits are looking good today, Luke.
They are looking good. We just got to wait and see which team strikes first. Neither team having very clear-cut chances, but again, still early on, just about 7-8 minutes gone here in this first half. It's going to be who's going to get that first chance, who's going to really challenge the other keeper, and who's going to really get that first chance to put themselves in a good position for this Heartland Athletic Conference.
Rose tries to get after it. He's down. Now a bullet up to the middle third. Rosas dishes it back and then lost. Norfolk able to keep possession here. Rosas with a little bit of a lane along the near side flank. Tried to put some dribble moves on. But great defense there, Gavin Weiland. He's really stepped up this year. Someone that Coach Scheich has loved. And the opportunity here for Norfolk long would have been an amazing chance.
Was a good chance there for the Panthers. Fundus just couldn't get his foot to wrap around that ball enough to get the curl. As you can see, a little bit of a mistake here from the Silverhawks and Byerman, but again, Fundus just couldn't quite get the correct curve on that ball, but those are the chances that you, as the Panthers, want to capitalize on, and the Silverhawks, you don't want to let the Panthers strike first early on because they are able to sit back and kind of welcome on the attack.
We've seen Norfolk, when they get a lead, they are tough to come back on because of how good the defense has been. Here's a great look for the Silverhawks. Trying to carry it inside. Shot is taken away. Great goalkeeping by Leibengood off the foot of Miguel Solano.
Yeah, Solano just couldn't get the power on that one. Does challenge Leibengood, but again, Solano, nice take here. Beautiful skill to move past the defense, but taking it on his left foot, just couldn't get the power on that one. And Leibengood, very staunch at the back for the Panthers in between the sticks. Against North Star, after going up 2-0 in that game against the Navigators. The Panthers were, found themselves in a little bit of a tough situation, up 3-2 in the final 5 minutes. It was Liebengood who stepped up and saved a penalty for the Panthers in the dying moments of that game, and he was ultimately what led to them winning that game. So for the Silverhawks, not only do you have to worry about the staunch defense of the Panthers, but you have to end up beating Liebengood as well.
Solano up to Stanzik, and now to the near side. Rose. Both goalkeepers today. How about that stop by the Panthers?
You'd like to see him maybe they're trying to push Rosas here on this left wing, but so far Weiland has done a good job really containing him, not getting fainted out by any of the skills. As Coach Myers says, Rosas is a very skillful player for the Panthers. Can really just blow by any defender if you give him the chance, but so far Weiland's done a good job at containing him.
Throwing a little high from Merkel. Long chasing after it. Fundus can't get there either. Now Rakowski speeds up to the ball. This away from Solano. Taken away by Norfolk.
Both teams kind of starting off this game. They're really playing not necessarily passive, but they're both just kind of feeling each other out right now. Neither team, aside from that Solano chance Liebengood was able to save, neither team getting a really good shot on goal. Both teams just really trying to control the ball in the midfield, try and push up. Norfolk had a chance from Fundus just going a little bit wayward. But so far, both teams just kind of feeling each other out right now and seeing what happens here. In the next 10 to 15 minutes is going to be interesting how both teams respond early on.
Our first half today is brought to you by John Henry's, our family serving yours. These two teams, being in Class A, they don't play every single year. They have played a total of 8 times since 2004, where the NSAA archives come to a halt. So this is the 9th matchup in 20 years between the two teams. Lincoln Southwest leads the series 7-1. Last Norfolk win came in 2006, where they were able to knock off the Silverhawks 2-1. But since that point, Norfolk has not scored a goal against Lincoln Southwest. Talk about beating a team for the first time since 2006. You're trying to score for the first time against the team since 2006. The Silverhawks lead that scoring 23-1 in their 7 wins against Norfolk.
Alawadi there just pushing forward for the Silverhawks. Maybe wanted a foul there. Doing such a good job staving off the defense, really holding his man at his back there, not letting him push him off the ball, doing a good job. Just couldn't quite get that foul call. But like you were saying, I mean, that probably adds a bit of fuel to the fire for Coach Myers. You don't see a team like this too often in the Southwest Silverhawks. Kind of adds, like I said, add some fuel to your fire, not just because you haven't seen that much success, again, as far back as 2004 we know, but you haven't seen that success against the Silverhawks, and you want to be that team to give them their first loss. It's every undefeated team has that target on their back of who is going to be the team to give them their first loss.
It's a little bit different, too. Norfolk also used to play in the GNAC Conference, won multiple titles there, but in the Heartland Athletic Conference, especially with the new tournament format, they are looking for their first. Lincoln Southwest, however, coming off a HAC tournament championship just last year, beating Lincoln East. Here's Alawadi with some space, putting on the moves. Alawadi creating a little bit of space, but locked down, and it goes out. What a job defensively by the Panthers.
That was great. That was great strength there. Alawadi pushing forward. Ball plays a little bit too far ahead, and holding him off there was Eisenhower. Did get a touch at the end, Alawadi, but just a little too far for him. But again, that's what the Panthers are going to need. Alawadi does have that skill set, does have that ability to blow by you. But for Eisenhower and the rest of the back line, it's using what you have against him, which is the strength, not letting him push forward.
Coach Myers did say that Tanner Eisenhower, he's almost like he's on an island out there. Not many people can get past number 15.
He's like a big tree out there. It's hard to move past it. I mean, honestly, he's a big dude. It's difficult to move around him because he is able to use, again, if you're going to be over 6 foot tall as a center back, use what you have, the height and the strength against your opponents, especially forwards who are very skillful.
Solano through ball to Alawadi. Takes a shot off Eisenhower. Hit him in square in the back. And now the Silverhawks will have a chance at a corner. And this is where you can thrive to take that first scoring opportunity for Lincoln Southwest.
Yeah, and, obviously you're not going to get that on the score sheet. Eisenhower putting his back to that one, but a nice shot on goal, and like I said, a set piece can really change the momentum of the game.
Rakowski brings it in. Alawadi, it's up, bounced out, trying to keep it in. Comes right back. Southwest still has it. Weiland, and taken by the Panthers. That was the perfect opportunity for Alawadi and the Silverhawks to come on in, but Norfolk able to shut it down. Kalen Leibengood.
Yeah, attacking the back post there. A beautiful save by Leibengood.
And 4 others, the headers off the heads.
Yes, and Peyton Veeder doing a fantastic job on that back line. Looked like it moved past Leibengood, but able to head it up. Kind of that if in doubt, get it out moment. Just get it out of the box. Nice save from Leibengood, followed up by a nice defense from his back line. And, of course, Leibengood giving a bit of a hand clap after getting that goal kick. Bullet dodge for the Panthers, but now the Silverhawks are starting to mount a little bit of an attack. I'm very interested to see what Coach Myers does here. And, the Silverhawks are starting to push forward, especially through Alawadi.
Still looking his way. He goes down to the turf, and a whistle. Cole Fundis cannot believe it. And check it out again here. The Madison County Bank and Beatrice Community Hospital replay. A little bit of a bump. Maybe his hands extended just a tad.
It's more than likely a foul there, but again, you saw it on the corner kick. They attacked the back post. We'll see what they do here. Again, you're sitting right at about that 22-yard line, probably, 30 yards. They're taking it quick.
Alawadi will go for it and misses it wide. Not a bad look.
Trying to catch the Panthers off guard there. I don't mind that attempt there, especially getting it into the foot of Alawadi, as he's been one of the main contributors on the offensive side there. But you had a lot of success on that last set piece. Maybe just trying to test the waters a little bit. But for the Panthers, they luckily, again, able to see that one out for a goal kick.
Alawadi is 3rd in Class A in points with 33. He's got 13 goals this season. Alawadi breaking in on this one, but Merkel able to boot it away. Back to the middle third. Rose. Up the pitch for Rakowski.
I think one of my favorite evolutions of soccer is the evolution of the backs, the right backs and left backs, especially more in a 5 at the back formation, but you can see it in the 4 at the back, is their ability to move the ball forward and really contribute to the offensive side. Again, it's amazing to see the amount of pace you see from the right backs and left backs of the world, purely because they're basically a glorified midfielder because of how far they push up the pitch, but that puts a lot of pressure on your two center backs to make sure they've got all their ducks in a row and make sure nothing gets behind them or past them. It's so amazing to see a position that maybe wasn't so in the limelight is a huge part of the game now.
And obviously, you see a lot of action in between the middle. You got the midfielders who move back and forth. But then, yeah, like you mentioned, Luke, the right and left backs, they just run the length of the flank on either side, and they're just always running up and down the pitch every which way. They're putting in lots of mileage.
Yeah, but like I said, the biggest thing about those right and left backs is if you do see that ball and it does end up coming back to your side of the field, you got to have the pace and the wherewithal to get back as quickly as possible. It's a risk that a lot of coaches are willing to take because it gives you that advantage on the offensive side, but it can easily turn into a disadvantage if someone doesn't have an assignment correct, isn't prepared to get back at the same time. But like I said, it's the amount of stamina and the amount of times you see him push up the pitch. It's so much fun to watch.
Everyone's playing up very high for Southwest right now as this goes wide. But Tanner Drought was the one who was trying to run that possession. Very good defensive player. In his first year as a starter, just a sophomore, Tanner Drought lock you down as a defender. "20 minutes left in the first half of play. No score yet. Is this what you expected, Luke? Defensive early?
Yeah. From the Panthers, definitely.
You can't decide.
It's hard to decide. I definitely think the Panthers do. This is the type of game they want to get into. You know how in basketball, a lot of coaches will tell their team, we like them taking that shot. For the Panthers, after that previous shot that the Silverhawks were able to take, again, it is good for the Silverhawks to get those chances on goal. You never know where a rebound is going to land. But those are the type of shots you do want the Silverhawks to take. Don't let them be passing into the goal, basically. And you want to see them take those shots. So the Panthers, this is definitely something that they were looking for. We'll see how that shifts when we get into halftime. Again, still plenty of time. We're just halfway through the first half here. But I'm very interested to see how both teams handle at halftime, considering what happens here at the end of the first half and what adjustments, what changes are they going to make.
In some open space, it's Holmberg trying to break down the defender, cuts it through the middle. An opportunity for the Silverhawks through the hands and above the crossbar. Good looking shot there from Lincoln Southwest, cutting inside. Dean Perrin.
What a beautiful ball there. Really dicing the Panthers defense. Got too many on that right side or on the left side.
This shot is deflected. This high through the crossbar. Field goal is good. Stick around for our halftime show, brought to you by Columbus Community Hospital, where your health is their top priority. Still no score in this one, and something that you kind of noticed from Norfolk that I know talking to head coach Joe Myers mentioned was that you want to see them when they get the opportunity, when they get possession defensively, and they turn it back into offense, you want to see them make something happen with the ball. One of the things that they have been doing quite a lot in the last few years that Coach Myers is really trying to instill is really working those offensive possessions, passing the ball and not making turnovers and silly mistakes. As Rose comes on in. Alawadi being pressured. The exact philosophy that Myers used was, if everybody has the mentality that I don't want to be the one to give the ball away, you'll have 11 guys who want to move the ball quickly and efficiently and create more chances.
Yeah, I mean, the only way you're going to get a goal is if you do create those chances. The Panthers so far tonight haven't had that success on the offensive side, But again, it's just taking opportunities like, for example, the one you're watching right now, is pushing it up the pitch and trying to capitalize on some mistakes. That's been what they've, of the few chances that they have had. Again, I'm thinking specifically to that Fundus shot that happened earlier in this first half. That was what has gotten them their chance, was capitalizing on the mistakes of the Silverhawks. But again, you can only do that for so long, especially how Southwest has done on the offensive side of the pitch so far. They've had a handful of chances. Thankfully for the Panthers, Liebengood, very active. The defensive back line doing a good job clearing out that corner kick. But you can only do that for so long before these Silverhawks are able to break that line.
Silverhawks really haven't had to break out goalkeeper Dylan Byerman yet. Super State goalkeeper who's been one of the best in the state in his career. Chance missed here, now slipping down to the turf. Goes Omar Nava. Byerman in goal for Lincoln Southwest. He's played most of the season, but has been struggling to stay healthy at times due to a back injury, kind of nagging throughout the season. So really given some opportunities for Brenton Ebler. But a guy like Byerman in goal is someone you don't want to go against. 6 clean sheets this season for Lincoln Southwest as Liebengood gets up to make the save.
It's right where you want it to be. It's that corridor of uncertainty. You can kind of see Liebengood very calm in between the sticks, but right there with Alawadi right in front of him. Maybe got a little bit of happy feet there, was able to corral it eventually. But again, you can see the Silverhawks have done a great job so far, still testing him. Again, we didn't see much action in the first 10, 15 minutes. Now we're starting to see it ramp up again, but it's all on one side of the pitch. Panthers haven't created too much here in this first half.
Rose sends it right back to Holmberg. Across the pitch to Drought. Drought running that sideline. Had a lot of space.
These last 15 minutes are going to be critical for both teams here. You never want to concede in the dying minutes, especially in the first half where you're going to go in to halftime, really, get your team hyped up as much as you need to. The last thing you want to give up is a goal in the last 15 minutes of the first half, and because that can really, it can deflate and it can inflate your team depending on which side you're on. And taking that momentum into half is huge, especially, again, when the lights are on, which team is going to be the one who's going to capitalize.
Weiland takes a shot way off the mark. Substitution coming in for Norfolk as Fundus returns to the pitch. Comes back in for Chase Swanson.
Obviously, both teams with 11 wins this season. We talked about it before. The Panthers are off to their historic start, but not necessarily historic start, but the Silverhawks' best start, 11-0 since 2021. Very much a team that's kind of the opposite of Norfolk in the sense that they're used to seeing that postseason play. They lost to Omaha South in that season where they went 17-0, 3-2 in the third overtime period for the championship. Yeah. That's a heartbreaker, definitely. But, this team very much historic seasons from both of them. Kind of the opposite type of mentality around each program. Obviously, the Panthers, not, as Coach Myers will admit, the Panthers, not a lot of success in the postseason. Now they're starting to get something building here in Norfolk. Southwest, like we said, just state runner-ups in 2021. Definitely a team that's very much aiming for that big goal, which is the state title at the end. But it makes this game matter so much more because, it's kind of a measuring stick for both teams. For the Panthers, obviously, going up against the Silverhawks, best team in the state.
Oh, Olawati from deep punishes the back of the net and gives Lincoln Southwest the early lead with 11:24 to play in the first half.
Wow. What a strike from Olawati. From almost nothing, there was a Panther in every which direction for him, and he was able to take it on his left foot there and just slot it into the top left corner. What a shot there from Olawati, and just like that, the Silverhawks 1-0 lead, and that's what you get with Olawati. 14th goal in the season, and no bigger. As I said, this last 15 minutes is going to be huge for both teams.
Olawati in the 29th minute, a shot that sends the Silverhawks to a 1-0 lead. Quick fire off the left foot, curled right in that top left corner. Leibengood just froze in his tracks.
You don't expect a player to take a shot from there. I mean, I didn't expect Olawati to pull the trigger from there because, you're talking outside of the 18-yard box, but Leibengood caught kind of flat-footed there, wasn't able to get a good dive on the ball. But what a strike there. I can't believe that.
Norfolk looking to counter. Here's Eisenhower to Fundis. Fundis trying to chase after it. Drought is back there. Fundis, nice move. Panthers trying to catch up. And this goes out.
Now the Panthers have a chance at a set piece here. This is huge. They haven't had too many chances here in this first half. This right here you saw on the other side of the field, Silverhawks nearly scoring off of a corner kick earlier. Panthers.
Sam Myers boots it. Way off the mark. And now Lincoln Southwest pushes the tempo. This goes out and will give Norfolk a chance to catch up. But Panthers have really only had one, maybe two opportunities with that set piece now. Lincoln Southwest has just been living in the attacking third. 30th minute, this is taken away by Fundis, up to Rosas, and he just watches this go by for Byerman.
That one just played a little too far away from Rosas. There was a chance there. He did have a chance to get behind the defense there, but again, just a little too much pace played on that ball.
Little bump, but no whistle call. No foul. Stick around for our halftime highlights as well. They're brought to you by Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Sartor Heyman will help make your jewelry dreams come true. This gets away from Nava. Ends the Norfolk attack. Solano in the middle third. Back things up. Slow it down a bit. 8 minutes and 20 seconds left in the first half. Lincoln Southwest. In the 29th minute, Mobas Talawadi. Quick fire goal from deep to put the Silverhawks up front. Machuca over to the freshman Virvez. Great defense there, Solano. Solano's a sophomore, was the player of the year for the Heartland club team. One of the best conference clubs teams in the country, by the way, and he was the player of the year in the Heartland. Very good player. He's tried out with Sporting KC. Just a sophomore for Lincoln Southwest.
Yeah, I mean, and all that does for a player is really get him a little bit more confident, no matter how much confidence he may have. I mean, you're training with some of the best soccer players in not just the U.S., but kind of all over the world. And so that just gets your confidence up, really lets you hone your craft a little bit. And obviously, not just training with an MLS team, you're training with Sporting KC, which Kansas City has a huge soccer following. Not going to necessarily put it on the level of a Seattle Sounders or Portland Timbers, but very big soccer fans down there. And again, hosting the World Cup in 2026, they're going to host a couple matches there. But that just, like I said, fills a player with more confidence. And like I said, you're training with some of the best players in the United States and across the world.
Rosas, Fundis tries. Tough shot. Things just kind of broke down. Heartland Athletic Conference Tournament Championship game. Lincoln Southwest leads 1-0 over the Norfolk Panthers. Both teams with 11 wins on the season, but the Silverhawks are undefeated. Norfolk carries 3 defeats. It's taken away.
And for the Panthers right now, they just need to get something going on the offensive side. They really haven't had too many chances here in this first half. We'll see if, again, we're down to the last 5 minutes here. We'll see if they can not necessarily even score a goal, just get something going on the offensive side, get some momentum cooking as they head into halftime. But the Silverhawks have done such a good job. I mean, a lot of people don't understand why you play it to the back line. It just forces the Panthers to creep up, especially with the 1-goal lead. It just gives you that opportunity, nearly a chance there for the Silverhawks out for a goal kick, but it gives your team a chance to really spread the field, look at your options. Actually a corner kick.
Got past there, and Rakowski was there, and he'll have the chance to give the Silverhawks an opportunity. Line drive. Norfolk is on it, and then trying to get rid of it here. Solano back, takes the shot, misses wide. Another opportunity that just had Leibengood, which kind of out of position.
I mean, what skill there to not only just play it above your head, and the power. I can't believe he got that much power on that ball. Again, corner kick comes in, dealt with well from the Panthers, just can't quite get it up. And he just plays it to himself, takes a touch, just going past that right post there. I mean, for Leibengood, you're kind of thinking, where are they going to pull up from, especially after that goal that went in the 29th minute from Alawadi. But, you just got to keep your head on a swivel and make sure that you've got all your ducks in a row for those shots that do end up coming your way.
'29th minute, Alawadi, his 14th goal of the season. And this program at Lincoln Southwest is so good. Derek Scheich in his 8th season, 95-19. That's an 83% win percentage for Scheich. In his 8 years with Lincoln Southwest, he's got a total of 4 Heartland Athletic Conference regular season titles, 2 tournament titles with the one from last year. Looking for the second straight. and the new format. Chance for the Panthers off Fundis, and this goes out beyond the back line.
Yeah, that was a nice chance there, testing that very, very back line for the Silverhawks. Fundis just couldn't get his head quite on that, couldn't hit it in the sweet spot. But again, that's something for the Panthers as we near the 2-minute mark here. It's something for him to maybe see, hey, we can push the ball upfield, we can get it in front of goal, we just need to put it in the back of the net.
Rose to Solano. Silverhawks not out of gas yet here in the first half, looking for another chance. Rakowski will slow things down once again to Spinar, and now back to Droughts on that far side. Norfolk after it. And then poked away, there's Drought. Solano now up the gut to Stanzik.
Yeah, every time the Panthers have had a chance to maybe break away. Oh, what a play there. Every chance that the Panthers have had to really break away on the counterattack, dealt with well, whether it's Drought, whether it's the entire defensive line. They just haven't really had an opportunity to go out on the break.
Under 60 seconds. And a corner here for Lincoln Southwest, looking to hurry. Pushes it into Solano. High through the middle, off the foot, little awkwardly. Not giving up hope yet for another goal. Spinar. Now Drought, 30 seconds. A lot of ground to cover for Lincoln Southwest. Over the crossbar and out.
We'll see if Liebengood takes his time here or if he's going to end up booting this one up.
10, 9, 8,
he will send it deep.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And that ends the first half of action. Lincoln Southwest finds the back of the net in the 29th minute from Mobast Alawadi. Buries it in there and gives the Silverhawks a 1-0 lead in the Heartland Athletic Conference Tournament Championship. This is News Channel Nebraska.
My name is Tad Bruning, and at Elkhorn Valley Bank and Trust, there really is a difference. I think a homeowner should choose to work with Elkhorn Valley Bank because we are right here in your community. We know the market, we know all the ins and outs of what real estate is, and we are ready to help you build your financial future and prosper in our community. Elkhorn Valley Bank, great for you, great for your community.
For over 40 years, Claybaugh Pharmacy has been your trusted, family-owned, full-service pharmacy. We provide traditional medical options, medical equipment, immunizations, and over-the-counter products. We take pride in going above and beyond to improve the health of our community. And to ensure you have a seamless experience, manage your profile and refills with a touch of the finger from home. Claybaugh Pharmacy in downtown Beatrice, your hometown family-owned pharmacy.
If you're thinking about becoming a John Deere technician, receive a debt-free degree from Landmark Implement. With the John Deere Student Tech program, receive reimbursement for up to 100% of college tuition, fees, books, and room and board, plus a $5,000 tool stipend. Students are paid a competitive hourly wage for their work hours and are guaranteed employment at a Landmark location after graduation. Visit landmark.careers to find out more about the John Deere Student Tech program and become part of the Landmark difference.
I was given a prescription opioid pain medication that lasted a lot longer than the pain itself, and within only a few months, I was completely addicted. I lost everything, and I started to watch my life slip away. These drugs are addictive. One prescription can be all it takes to lose everything.
The Halftime Report on NCN is sponsored by Columbus Community Hospital, where your health matters.
Buy more, save more at Schaefer's. Right now, every time you add another appliance, you save more. With cashback rebates on top of Schaefer's everyday low prices. Refresh for spring with Frigidaire appliances at Schaefer's. Now with up to $200 in rebates on Frigidaire packages. Plus, get up to $150 back on top-rated Electrolux front-load laundry pairs when you buy a pad. Get a pad and free local delivery. Buy more, save more at Schaefer's. 48th and R, Lincoln.
Hey there, sports fans. Looking for a winning play to make your game day complete? Look no further than Speedy Mart, your family-owned neighborhood convenience store. Score big with the wide range of snacks, drinks, and fuel for the road that will keep the whole crew cheering. And here's the kicker. Our friendly atmosphere and convenient location make every visit a slam dunk. So rally the family and head to Speedy Mart for the ultimate game day experience.
Keep over $9,000 total savings in your pocket when you buy a new 2024 Ram 2500 Tradesman 4x4 during Ram Truck Month at Midway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Kearney or online at thinkmidway.com/CDJR.
The lights are on, and it is getting a little bit later on your Friday evening, and Lincoln Southwest is 1/2 away from becoming the Heartland Athletic Conference tournament champion for the second straight year and the 5th time in their history. Thanks for tuning in on NCN. Kalen Debin and Luke Stera here with you today from Memorial Field in Norfolk, Nebraska. Let's take a look at our halftime highlights, brought to you by Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Sartor Heyman will help your jewelry dreams come true. So pretty quiet there in the first half for the most part. Norfolk really had one or two real chances offensively. There's Lincoln Southwest who had a lot of opportunities, though, on their end.
Yeah, I mean, they really were able to test Livengood for most of that first half. Again, just not much work in that first highlight we saw was really the only one. Here's a big chance for the Silverhawks off of the corner kick. Alawadi heading it down. A goal line clearance there from the Panthers keeps it 0-0 early on in that first half. But for most of the shots have been not just the Silverhawks, but specifically Alawadi. He's had so many shots that you just kind of say unlucky here. Again, another beautiful ball right into the heart of the Norfolk's defense, but Livengood again staying safe.
And here was the quick shot. Alawadi surprised everyone, firing away from deep and cashing in on the goal opportunity.
That's one of those for Livengood. It's so difficult to, I mean, there's not much you can do about it. Alawadi just pinpoint accurate on that finish there. And for the Panthers, you got to get something going on the offensive side. They just have not seen much from the Panthers on the offensive side of the ball. The Silverhawks have done everything right here in this first half.
There's a nice shot of a jet flying over, maybe trying to take a peek at the action here today. Well, too bad it's halftime and 3 minutes or so until we get the second half underway. Biggest thing here now, Luke, the Panthers need to rally back. We'll have to see if they change their formation. It's something that Joe Myers doesn't do a whole lot, but definitely to put the foot on the pedal and pick things up a little bit more aggressively.
I think for Myers, the defensive side of the ball has done a relatively decent job tonight. On that Alawadi goal, it's one of those where, looking back, close out on Alawadi a little bit better. But, again, that was just a great player making a great play. And there's sometimes can't do much more than what you did. And so looking ahead for the Panthers here in this second half, the defensive side has been great for the most part. You haven't seen too many chances that wouldn't normally go in, and those are the ones where that's where the swings of momentum can come. It's the offensive side of the ball for the Panthers. Like I said, they just have not created that enough to really challenge the back line and the keeper for the Silverhawks. Not enough chances, shots on goal, and shots in general. Just need to get something working on that offensive side of the ball.
Got to give a lot of credit to this Silverhawk defense as well. They lead 1-0 in the Heartland Athletic Conference Tournament Final. Second half coming up next on NCN.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of pain, not just the symptoms. Schaefer's, we're more than just TVs and appliances. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy.
Spring is here. For farmers, making safety a priority this planting season can be the difference between life and death. Always look out for power lines before exiting the cab, when loading and transporting machinery, and when raising or unfolding equipment. Keep equipment at least 20 feet from power lines and use a spotter when possible. Be aware of what's overhead. Nebraska Public Power District, always there when you need us.
Let your next adventure take flight in Sarpy County, Nebraska for some high-flying fun. Legendary family adventures. Out-of-this-world shopping. Star-studded evenings. And award-winning experiences. Our flights are never canceled. Stay, play, and plan your getaway at GoSarpy.com.
Discover the perfect vehicle for your journey at Woodhouse Ford. Whether it's a car, truck, or SUV, Woodhouse Ford is sure to impress. Check out our large inventory and current offers going on now, and shop with confidence at Woodhouse Ford today.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Western Oil. Stop by your nearest Speedy Mart or Good to Go convenience stores today. USafe Pharmacy, dedicated to the well-being of all our customers. And by Zollner Ford Lincoln, meeting your sales, service, and parts needs.
Okay, that's it. Done. Stop. Partnership. It's more than a handshake in a farm field. These are cliches and conventions, and we're here to break them. We want to do the work that needs doing, to take on your challenges together. Let us help move your operation forward. We promise to be the partner you need, not the one you're used to. Honest.
Second half is underway in the Heartland Athletic Conference Tournament Final. Lincoln Southwest holds a 1-0 lead thanks to a 29th minute Mobast Alawadi goal, his 14th of the season.
Oh, what
and
a
now
run.
Attacking early. Offside is the call.
You would think maybe the Silverhawks would sit back, they do anything but. What a beautiful run. Right across the right back on the back. Look at that run there. Beautiful timing, just a little bit too late on that ball, trying to cross it into the middle there. But what a start for the Silverhawks right within the first minute of the second half.
Rosas tries to send things back and restart a possession here. This is something we have not really seen from Norfolk. And Lincoln Southwest, first of all, doing a great job pressuring. It's something where every time Norfolk gets possession, the Silverhawks are not letting them breathe.
Not at all, and especially with a one-goal lead here in the second half. Not only do you have the opportunity to kind of sit back a little bit more, than you were in the first half, but you have a chance to just kind of play it around the back, save your guys' stamina, and win. Can assume Alawadi gets his chances, but obviously still Solano for the Silverhawks. Whoever gets a chance, it's a matter of just saving their stamina and timing your runs right.
Sent over the middle. Rosas falls down. Nothing. Rosas stands up and gives a pushing motion to the referee. Obviously not happy. That would have been a free kick there. Big opportunity. It would have given the Panthers a real shot.
Yeah, just outside of that 18-yard box. Again, this is a good tactic here from the Silverhawks. Byerman, every single time he gets a ball back, the Silverhawks might have something cooking here.
Alawadi pass is taken away.
But yeah, anytime the ball gets back to Byerman, he kind of just waits for the nearest Panther to attack him before picking it up. And all that does is it's legal time wasting, as many soccer analysts will call it time wasting. You'll get carded for that, but legal time wasting is just that. And when you have a 1-0 lead, your back line not really getting tested too often here. Gives you the opportunity to do that.
Rosas to Fundis. Fundis lost it. Just misplayed it. Might have been the chance the Panthers were looking for.
Fundis just couldn't get the right touch on that one. Using his left foot there, couldn't quite put it in front of him, but the Panthers still have a chance here.
Long strides out to the near side flank. Tries to cut inside, and down to the turf he goes. And out beyond the goal line.
Yeah, just went down a little bit too easy there. Nice defense from the Silverhawks. Panthers, encouraging signs for Coach Myers. They're starting to really they're pressuring that back line more so than they did in that first half.
Here comes Solano. Back to the near side. Silverhawks working quickly. Alawadi. Looking inside, some nice curve on the ball. Taken back by Stanzik. And this out beyond the touchline.
It's a nice outside of the foot there. That's how he got that much spin on the ball. Is instead of hitting it with your inside of the foot that you see most players do, try and get that curl on the ball. You want to curl it the opposite way. You hit it with the outside of the foot. It's just physics and geometry. That's all it takes to be a good soccer player, right?
Exactly. Lincoln Southwest clinging to a 1-0 lead, but not looking to stop the offense anytime soon. In the 11 wins and 0 losses for Lincoln Southwest, 10 of them have come by 2 goals or more. The only game that was one score, a 1-goal game, was on Wednesday against Lincoln Southeast, a game that they had to come from behind and take down the Knights in overtime.
What about Finagle?
Coming on through, here's Rosas, cuts on back. Has a little bit of space, is just swarmed by 4 defenders. How about the back line from the Silverhawks?
Yeah, you know how, again, I'm going to use a different sport, bend don't break defense. There is no bend in this Silverhawks defense. It is just, they completely swarm any Panther that touches the ball. They don't get faked out. Again, we talked about it earlier. Rosas, a very skillful player for the Panthers. They don't bite on any of those ball fakes that he does. They're doing such a good job at staying home and not letting him blow by.
Off the foot of Merkel. Chased down by Rakowski. Norfolk sets it up again. Peyton Veeder throws it. Try to get to Fundis, but locked down quickly by the Silverhawks' Miguel Solano. Panthers are playing more toward the middle third with the ball. Now trying to attack.
And you can kind of see it here. The Panthers, their back line is all the way up. I'd say about, 10, 15 yards from midfield. Again, it opens you up for counterattacks like this, especially with the pace that the Silverhawks have.
And Eisenhower does a nice job racing back there to give the possession back to the Panthers. Now Virvez. To Veter. High across the pitch. Panthers might have a look here. Takes a shot on it, and easy does it for Dylan Byerman. Eight minutes gone in our second half. Lincoln Southwest leading 1-0.
The Silverhawks right now, they're doing such a good job of triangle passing, just one touch. It's a coach's dream, honestly, is seeing a team pass the ball as well as the Silverhawks have tonight.
What a beautiful pass beyond Merkel. Here's Southwest. Closed down by Norfolk. And the Silverhawks with a great effort from Spencer Rose will let the possession stay with them. Weiland.
Yeah, he's got, on that throw in there, just didn't get it behind his head. That's what they got. I believe that is Alawadi on that throw in. Just got him for that one. Just trying to take the throw in quick there.
Ooh, touch pass here, chasing down the sideline. Rosas going, and a good play defensively. Oscar Tapia.
Yeah,
freshman.
Deals with it well there, going up against Rosas. You don't want to get into basically a sprint with him because he can do so well technically on the ball. Dealt with well. You slow things down. You let the rest of your team get back by booting that one out to the far side. Now the Panthers kind of have to get something building.
And Tapia is another guy, young guy for this Lincoln Southwest team, just a freshman who plays like a senior. Fundis takes a shot just over the top of the bar. Not a bad look from Cole Fundis.
No, in a game like this, a nice chop there, takes it on his left foot, just sails it over the bar. In a game like this, that's what you need. You just need to, I said it in the Kearney-Norfolk girls game earlier this year, you just need to take a hit sometimes, and that's what Fundis did there. And you never know what rebound you're going to get.
Here's another chance, saved again by Byerman. You see Norfolk trying to put a little pressure on Lincoln Southwest, but it's no big deal for Dylan Byerman, standing firm in goal.
Yeah, that cross in there just a little bit too close to Byerman. But again, if you play that a little bit further out, it's that dreaded corridor of uncertainty. You don't really know what type of bounce the ball is going to take, who's in front of you.
Here's Fundis again. Goes right back to Machuca, who took that last shot. Some pressure here, and now it's Alawadi. Good play from behind, Virvez.
Close down well from the Panthers there, not letting Alawadi get into a sprint.
And a sea of white taken back away by Stanzik. A deep pass looking for Solano. Almost gets through, but locked down by Eisenhower. They both collide. And here comes a card.
I think Solano might pick up that card.
Yellow card. And it is on Solano. And the Silverhawks can't believe it.
Yeah, Solano got to be careful here. I know just a yellow card from Solano. I think he kind of went into the back there. You don't want to get another yellow card for dissent. But as you can see here, as you know, Eisenhower taking this to the near side. It's going to be right there. A little shove. Eisenhower does get
Kinda
the leg
puts his
behind
foot
him.
back.
And see, it's all. You're never going to get caught. The first person who does something is never going to get caught. It's going to be the second person who reacts to it. You never know what the referee is watching, what he isn't watching for. But again, Solano picks up the card.
And he takes a break. Usually a guy who doesn't leave the pitch. A big rest here from Lincoln Southwest, but still putting the pressure on. Here's Drought. Goes right beyond Virvez. And now over to Rakowski. Will stay with Alawadi.
Eisenhower's putting a shift in back there. Really, I don't even know if you would call him a center back more so than a rover. He's just all over the place back there, has done so well. Anytime he is reading the attacks well from the Silverhawks.
It's kind of misplayed. Norfolk gets it off the result, but Alawadi comes right back. Gazga to Alawadi. Back to Gazga. Another collision. Physicality. Really seeing this intensity pick up here in the second half.
Rosas and Fundus right now, the two men up top for the Panthers. The midfield and the back line both trying to play it up to him right now.
Yeah, it's starting to put some pressure on here. And it works out in the Panthers' favor. But a questionable touch off Machuca. Makes that chance go awry. A speed from behind. Nicely done by Ashton Gazga, a senior Ashton Gazga, who has not gotten a lot of time this season, but stepping up in a big way now, taking the spot for Miggy Solano. Happy to see him get in there. And now taking his seats, he will go right back to the sideline. Coming back in is Miguel Solano.
And Frankie Castro for the Panthers now into the game.
Rosas swarmed again.
Yeah, and you just see three Silverhawks surrounding Rosas, not letting him create anything.
Eisenhower able to keep it in.
Nice one,
nice
too.
Pass. And down goes Fundus.
Yeah, and Eisenhower not back. That leaves him a man down on the back line for the Panthers.
Drought to throw it in. And slow to get up, Noah Rakowski. .25 minutes left. Rakowski able to get up, but he's a little slow. And so he will trot to the sideline. Key player for the Silverhawks, and coming in for him, Dean Perrin.
And those types of hits, not only are you playing on turf where you can, pick up some turf burn, you're also playing in some of the colder weather we've seen this week as well. So it's going to make those times where you go to ground just hurt a little bit more than they normally would.
Oh, nice fake. Drought got Rosas Back to Drought. What a pass, but saved by Leibengood. Really good look from Lincoln Southwest. Not able to capitalize on his second goal off the miss of Solano.
Beautiful passing there from the Silverhawks, really creating that chance. A nice look here, back post. Solano just can't quite get the pace on that header.
Fundis trying to fight, pleading his case to the official. And it's a goal kick.
Panthers with a little bit of energy here, not just in that specific moment, but in this second half, they've really picked up the energy. As I said, Coach Myers pregame says team does play well against the really good competition, and so we'll see if they can translate that into a goal.
Fundis coming from behind. There's Solano. A chance here for Rosas. Takes the shot, misses it wide to the left.
That was a nice play there from the Panthers. Castro heads it up to Rosas. Rosas takes it down. One touch. Able to get a shot off there, but that's who you want to see for the Panthers get a chance at something. It's a nice header from Castro. Off the chest and just wide.
It was a heck of a pass from Castro, too. Perrin in some space, taken away. Now here's Long. Pushes it up, Drought's on it. This goes past Alawadi and over to Stanzik. And now Lincoln Southwest will send things to the back line once again. Castro trying to catch up some ground on Holmberg. Holmberg putting the moves on, sends it through the middle. Eisenhower is there and able to save an opportunity. Drought, what a move. And this goes off of Norfolk past Machuca. And the Silverhawks with another set piece chance. Holmberg will be the one to kick it. How about that move? So here's the look from the Southwest. A little strong, kind of puts it over to the Panthers here. Rosas now off of Drought. Rosas has it. A run here. Holmberg wants it, takes it, blocked. Another block, Eisenhower. Panthers trying to clear it. But Silverhawks doing a great job at maintaining possession.
Panthers just can't clear it right now out of that attacking third.
This goes off high, off a deflection. Castro walks it out beyond the touchline. Nearly halfway through the second half, it's still a 1-0 Lincoln Southwest lead. Heartland Athletic Conference Tournament Championship. Undefeated Lincoln Southwest holding the lead. Drought comes in and then right back to Fundus. Virvez skies it away, and what a pass off the head to Rose. Nice move through the middle. On a hustle down the sideline. Booted away deep.
Just say that one hit the skate park out there.
Watch out, skateboarders. Might be a ball in your path.
I'm surprised there's skateboarders out right now. It's too cold, man. I'm shivering up here, and we've got the heater on up in the press box. I can't imagine how cold it is down out on the field.
I think skateboarders, they'll go out in any kind of weather. And second of all, I did turn off the heater, so
you did.
Might be why you're getting a little chilly.
You did, in fact, do that.
The action was getting too hot. Had to cool things off a little bit. Lincoln Southwest not trying to stay cool. They've got the 1-0 lead.
Yeah, without Merkel there on that defense, Olawati could have been through for the Silverhawks.
Still looking to build some offense here. It's Drought. He's done a great job running the sideline today.
It's that wing back position, just all over the pitch. Like I said, just kind of a right back, left back, kind of glorified midfielders, right and left midfielders doing a good job pushing up the pitch, really testing it as far as the back line is concerned for the Panthers.
Heck of a pass that gets through to Solano. Solano breaking down, shot wide and too high. Another chance for Lincoln Southwest to try and tack on some insurance, but does not go for goal.
Yeah, kind of a set play there. Solano just kind of gave the go-ahead to the defense there to play it up the pitch.
No whistle. Big collision up top with Solano and Eisenhower. Those are two guys who are putting it all on the pitch right now.
Yeah, Eisenhower is like the Pacific Ocean. He covers most of the world. I mean, he has been out there and all around the pitch for the Panthers tonight.
Virvez. Nice job defensively. As Byerman stops it. There you go. There's that legal time wasting that Byerman does. And it's good not only to take some seconds off the clock, but also to open up space when it comes to looking for some passing lanes.
Just a miscontrol there from Machuca. Couldn't quite get that one down properly. Right now, the Silverhawks are in the driver's seat. Just about 16 minutes left to play here in the second half. But again, what happens to you once can happen to you the opposite way. Again, like you said, it took them until the dying minutes in their previous game against Southeast to beat them and advance to the championship. That exact thing can happen right back to you if you're not careful. So, of course, Silverhawks definitely aware of that.
Another offside here. First for the Panthers.
Right now, time could be the enemy for the Panthers. Like I said just a little bit ago, just 15 and a half minutes left, and we'll see what the Panthers have left in the bag. No, the Silverhawks don't look like they're anywhere close to running on E.
Oh, no. I mean, this is a team that is having a season that's similar to the 2021 season where they went 17-0 before falling to the defending state champion, back-to-back state champion Omaha South. They have not been 11-0 since 2021. So Derek Scheich trying to replicate some magic. And one of the things we talked about was with him was, Coach, being number one means a lot of good things. And he just said, our kids don't care about being ranked number one. Who cares about being 11-0 during the halfway point of the season if you're not holding up a championship trophy at the end?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. There's,
well said.
You can't put it another way other than, you can be 20-0, 17-0, 18-0. It doesn't really matter until you get to that final game, which hopefully for your team is a state title.
Lincoln Southwest has one state championship in history. Back in 2014, won it all. And then they were the runner-up back in 2021. They've made state the last 3 years and looking to move on to a fourth. Blocked. Solano keeps it in play. Merkel is there for the Panthers. This goes over the head. Now Rosas off his foot.
Yeah, I mean, there was a chance for the Panthers. Rosas just needing to bat that one down. He had Chase Swanson just ahead of him. Maybe a chance to run a breakaway there, but just couldn't quite get the control of it.
Trout striding out, sending it high over to Farley. Seth Farley, the freshman. A guy that Coach Scheich says has a lot of promise. Doesn't get a lot of minutes, but obviously playing here in a big spot. Now Fundis takes this away. Had a little bit of space, tries to get after it. Rosas is there too. Fundis still has it. Norfolk keeps the opportunity.
That was good recovery there from Drought. Fundis was able to take it away, but it's like Drought didn't really leave there. He was just able to get back into a position to defend.
Rosas through ball and a chance through the middle.
And look, and Eisenhower's the only one back for the Panthers right now.
He's kind of on a Revis Island over there with Solano. Darrell Revis, cornerback for the New York Jets, Hall of Famer. You got the reference, Luke. Congrats.
Yeah, of course. Wrong football, man.
That's true. In the 29th minute, this is where Lincoln Southwest struck gold in the first half.
Yeah, and a chance for the Panthers here on a set piece. Give themselves some life late on.
The chance goes over. Norfolk trying to chase after it. Might have touched the Silverhawks last, and it did. And it's a throw-in for Norfolk. Coming across the pitch is Merkel. 11 minutes to go.
Told you this earlier in the year. Set piece, a throw-in in this area is just like that. It's just a set piece.
Locked down, Merkel back on it, trying to put something up quickly. Another set piece here for Norfolk. Giving himself a chance.
That's what you got to do in the final 10 minutes is just give yourself a chance. They've had a handful of corners here now. Is this the one?
Can the Silverhawks lock it down? Pretty far wide. Nice job heading that away. Still back in the air, but not dead yet. Rosas takes a shot, blocked. What a deflection. And now through the middle. Long. And here comes the counter for Lincoln Southwest. Norfolk able to shut it down. For now, anyway. Long back off the back of Spinar. Fundus. Collisions everywhere. And Lincoln Southwest will survive that attack.
This is what it takes. This is what it takes to be a champion. Is can you survive the last 10 minutes?
Stick around for our coaches post-game interview. The winning coach of either team will be interviewed by our very own Luke Stera. It's all brought to you by Sarpy County Tourism. Stay, play, and plan your getaway at GoSarpy.com. Panthers with a bit of a chance going after it. Byerman able to slide on in and scoop it up. Not even allowing Rosas to get in there and put some trouble in the mix.
Made a good decision there, Byerman. Kind of snuffing that one out before it had a chance. You got to be confident. No matter what you decide to do, you got to be confident as a keeper.
And Byerman is one heck of a confident keeper. Slowly coming down.
It's a tactic, I'm telling you.
I mean, he's Super State for a reason. He knows what he's doing.
If you haven't had a chance to watch any professional soccer, that's exactly what you'll see any keeper at the professional level, semi-professional level. That's what you'll see him do, is just do whatever you can to get that time ticking down to nothing.
Final 8 minutes to go. So here now an opportunity for Lincoln Southwest after the handball. And it's Gavin Weiland for the boot. Norfolk shuts it down. Fundus tries to lock out Gazga, and this goes wide off the foot of Weiland. Under 7 to play. Six and a half to play now. Time winding down. Silverhawks still leading 1-0. Looking to lock things down defensively, which they've done all game long. This gets beyond the Panthers. Alawadi wanting a whistle, didn't get it. And the Southwest crowd also wants one. And a yellow. And that's on Alawadi. An injury on the pitch for the Panthers.
I believe that's Omar Nava.
Slow to get up, Nava. And Scheich is talking about it with the official. 5:47 to play in the Heartland Athletic Conference Tournament Final. 1-0 is the lead for Lincoln Southwest over Norfolk. We'll be back next. Well, Nava on the sideline under what looks to be pretty significant pain. Just hope that he's okay. Coming on through here, taken right back. Lincoln Southwest for a chance for a counter. Eisenhower just boots it beyond the touchline. Clock operate. I don't believe the clock started.
5:26 is what they're going to set the clock to.
Takes off 10 seconds.
Looked up at us for a second. I was like, that's not our call.
We don't know how to operate the clock.
No. There's a reason I'm not paid to do that.
Lincoln Southwest in no real hurry.
With the 1-0 lead, clock ticking under 5, why would you?
And a set piece. One more could put it away. Rosas had it deflected. Now Long with it. Fundis was out racing the ball. Landon comes from behind and picks up a whistle. Continuation here for the Panthers. They'll have possession.
Yeah, and right now for the Panthers, I mean, you're at the dying moments of the game. You just got to get something pushed up the pitch, and you got to make sure, again, it's going to be a lot of time wasting that you're going to see from the Silver Hawks, because any chance that they get, they're going to take a little bit longer to do anything. And so for the Panthers, that just makes, when the clock ticks under 4 now, it just makes your time ever more valuable.
Here's a throw-in from Fundis. Norfolk running out of opportunities. Eisenhower inside. And that's poked away. Great defense by Lincoln Southwest, continuing to show why they are the #1 team in Class A. It's Spencer Rose with the deflection.
And they're just 3.5 minutes away from another clean sheet on the season.
Would be the 7th on the year and would be the 2nd straight HAC championship here in the tournament. 5th all time for Lincoln Southwest if they can secure this thing. Fundis falls down. Under 3 to play. The decision to kick it instead of keep it. Southwest still has it. 2.5 to play. Intensity's going to have to pick up here for the Panthers if they want a chance. Southwest trying to put things away. Eisenhower. Everyone's back for Southwest. Rosas chasing after it. Blocked away. This defense. Everybody stayed back. It was 1 on 5. Here's the look. Byerman! Wow! Just off his hands and over the crossbar. And they'll have a corner. 1:13 to play. Last gas for the Panthers. Too strong. And this defense for Southwest locking down Norfolk. Long. Takes a one, and Byerman's there. 42 seconds left. $35 seconds left. Lincoln Southwest can taste another HAC championship. And a yellow card on Rosas with 16.9 to play. Should be enough to do it. Gets past Eisenhower. 10 seconds. Virvez will put one up. Here's a chance! Just, oh my goodness, Norfolk had an opportunity, but Southwest slams the door in the final seconds. Could have been the equalizer. No, sir. Lincoln Southwest again, Heartland Athletic Conference Tournament champions. Second straight year, 5th all time, and it's another one in the trophy case for the Silverhawks. 12-0, number 1 in the state, and they continue to show why they are who they are. Great fight from the Panthers. Couldn't quite come and knock off number 1. 1-0 the final score. Lincoln Southwest victorious. Coming up next, top plays and your coach and player interviews on News Channel Nebraska.
At Nebraska Orthopedic Center, they provide comprehensive orthopedic health care. Their physicians are highly skilled in all areas of orthopedic and sports medicine, including spine surgery, foot and ankle, hand and upper extremities, fracture care, and total joint replacement. Their expertise includes the medical management of injuries through physical and rehabilitative methods or surgical intervention. To schedule an appointment or to learn more about Nebraska Orthopedic Center and their family of 25 physicians, go online to nebraskaortho.com. That's nebraskaortho.com. Nebraska Orthopedic Center is your healing destination.
Plumbing needs attention? Trust the experts at John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electrical. No matter the size of the job, John Henry's brings extensive expertise to handle everything your home's plumbing system requires. So whether your drain is clogged, your water heater needs an upgrade, or you want to remodel your kitchen or bathroom, we're here for you. Reach out to us today and discover why, since 1996, we've proudly served families as the most reliable plumbing company in the Lincoln area. John Henry's, our family serving yours since 1996.
Storefronts, pop-up shops, food trucks, and digital retail. The way we do business is ever-changing, and so are we. Madison County Bank's business lending team is constantly evolving to support and provide new information to our business and commercial customers. We understand that your business is truly unique. We are ready to find the business banking services that fit your needs best. Madison County Bank, here to help you grow.
Women have a 1 in 8 chance for developing breast cancer. Early detection makes a difference. Beatrice Community Hospital's Imaging Center can help with the latest technology, from screening with 3D mammography, breast MRI, breast ultrasound, and breast biopsy. All services conveniently located in the BCH's Imaging Center. Schedule your screening today. Incredible care, incredibly close.
Whether we're
talking commercial or residential plumbing, Lamel Plumbing is the place you call. Lamel provides 24-hour emergency service as well. Call them if you get in a tight spot. And as for their retail items, well, you got to check out some of their faucets, some of their kitchen items, and some of their bathroom items like their Onyx showers. And hey, say you've got a digging job, you call Lamel Plumbing for that too. They've added a full-time crew for you, doing backhoe, trenching, and sewer work. Take that digging job off your list and have Lamel do it for you. That's Lamel Plumbing in Beatrice, now at their new location on North 7th Street in Beatrice.
Community means something different to everyone. But for me, it means cheering on those around you during the good times and helping them out during the tough times. I'm softball player Jordy Ball, and I've been blessed with the support of my friends, family, coaches, and community throughout my life. When looking for a bank to call home, it was easy to choose Midwest Bank. I never feel like just another customer, and they're proud to support their communities. They love what they do, and it shows. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank.
When it comes to you and your family's health, you deserve the best. At Faith Regional Physician Services, we're proud to have over 125 providers that come highly recommended by their previous patients. Don't just take our word for it, though. Trust the over 500 verified patients who left 5-star reviews in just the last year. Our team of surgeons and specialists have years of training and expertise to ensure you receive compassionate, exceptional care that exceeds your expectations every time. Whether you receive care in Norfolk or one of the over 20 other communities across Nebraska that our providers see patients, we are committed to delivering unparalleled care at a place that is convenient for you. When you choose our providers, you can feel confident that your health and wellness are their top priority. Faith Regional Physician Services. Experience the faith difference.
A shot of the Silverhawks with the trophy, and the Heartland Athletic Conference Tournament champions once again. It's their second straight in the brand new format. They get it done. Taking down Norfolk 1-0. What a beautiful silver cup. As we take you to our top plays on News Channel Nebraska. Lincoln Southwest and Norfolk playing for the HAC championship game. These two teams have had great seasons to this point. Lincoln Southwest 11-0, number 1 in the state, while Norfolk ranked 10th. Lots of opportunities for the Silverhawks early, but Norfolk, header on header, sends this one away and denies the Silverhawks an early chance. Another opportunity for Lincoln Southwest. Alawadi with a quick fire shot, just misses that one wide. Kept it low scoring and defensive. Now we get to the 18 minutes left in the first half. Another chance just off the fingertips of Leibengood. He sends it away. But here comes Alawadi. Third in points in Class A. Takes a deep one to give Lincoln Southwest the lead. No chance for Kalen Leibengood to see the deflection, and the curl from the shot puts Lincoln Southwest on top early. 1-0 there in the 29th minute. More chances for Lincoln Southwest as we flip ways to the second half. Norfolk tried a couple chances. Had a nice look off the pass here, but just missed from Rosas. Couldn't quite put it in. And Norfolk had one last chance in the final 5 seconds. Couldn't put it in. And Lincoln Southwest holds on for another Heartland Athletic Conference Tournament final. 1-0 over Norfolk. Number 1 stays unbeaten. Well, now it's time to send you down below with Luke Stara. He's with head coach Derek Scheich of Lincoln Southwest on NCN. Here's Luke and Coach Scheich.
And we're down here, thank you, Kalen, joined by Coach Scheich after the Silverhawks 1-0 win in the Heartland Athletic Conference Championship. Coach, 1-0 is a very defensive-minded game, but your players stepped up tonight. Can you talk about your team's performance in claiming the championship?
Yeah, I mean, it was a 1-0 scoreline, so it was pretty close, but we felt like we dominated the game for large portions, so really liked how our boys possessed the ball, and again, then got the goal, and then hung on, obviously, with a good defensive performance to see it out. So overall, really happy with the performance of our team.
Yeah, and Coach, you kind of mentioned it there, the possession. You guys were doing such a good job with the triangle passing. You know, anytime your guys got a little bit of pressure, found that outlet to get the ball to. I mean, how does that come about with your team? Because you guys did such a perfect job tonight in really controlling the tempo of the game.
Yeah, sure. I mean, we're very fortunate at Southwest. We know to have some very technical players. We work on patterns of play a lot, and we do a lot of possession style training. So it's just something that we definitely work on. And so it's nice to see that be applied in the match. I think we opened the match with the first 2 minutes. We had the ball the entire time. Really just kind of helped us grow into the match and settle our nerves. So it was a nice way to start the game.
Yeah, and Coach, obviously this being the second straight year of you guys capturing this title, what does it mean to be a part of that, be a part of a successful season so far, now 12-0 on the year? What does it mean for your team to get to that point in the season?
Yeah, I mean, it's exciting, obviously. We just have, as a team, we have certain kind of checkpoints along the season that we would like to check off, and winning conference is obviously one of them. It puts you in the driver's seat to hopefully get a good district bracket. So we're very excited for the prospects that come with this.
Yeah, and Coach, last question here. You guys are off 12-0, one of your best starts, and your best start since 2021, where you guys ended up making the title game. What's going to be your guys' ultimate goal? You got some hardware on the season, but you still have that main goal in mind with that state title. What's going to be those short-term goals that you hope lead you to that?
Sure. Well, I mean, first thing would be to get healthy. So we got 2 big matches next week to close out the season. Gretna on Monday and Papio South on Wednesday. So we'd like to compete in those matches and hopefully win them, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, I mean, I just think that it's overall it's an exciting time to be a Silverhawk, and we're just really excited about what the future holds.
Awesome, Coach, and congratulations on the win tonight, and go celebrate with your team.
Thank you very much.
Perfect, and that was Coach Scheich. Now we're joined by Mabasta Alawadi, the man who scored the goal to give the Silverhawks the crown tonight and the Heartland Athletic Conference Championship. What did you see on that goal? It just seemed like everything fell into place at once, found the perfect area. Panthers weren't really pressing you. What were you seeing when you initially took that shot on goal?
It was like a weird deflection, and the defender seemed to step off thinking he was going to go quick to his defender, and I took a quick glance at the goalie, and he was all the way on the right side, so I just shot it top left, and it went beautifully in.
Yeah, and you really caught the Panthers kind of sleeping there. It was such a good shot from you there. Tonight, obviously scoring your 14th goal on the season, you're one of the top goal scorers in the state. I mean, what do you see when you're out on the pitch? Because obviously you saw us. I was talking midway through you actually taking that shot. What do you see, and how do you know when to pull the trigger?
I guess it's kind of like instincts, like I just play and I just shoot, and then, I mean, we played great too, the team encourages me a lot. They always give me the ball, and I wouldn't have scored 14 goals without them.
Yeah, and you talk about the team, the back line. You obviously get a lot of the accolades. You're the big goal scorer for the Silverhawks, but your back line, 7 clean sheets on the season, including here tonight, and one of the biggest games so far for you guys. What is that back line? How have they had such success this year?
We're very tight together, we're all very close with each other, and we understand how we like to play, and we're very serious, we don't concede a lot of goals, and once we do concede, we strike right back, play aggressive, and win the game.
Yeah, and obviously, second straight HAC championship for you guys. What does it mean to be a part of 2 in a row?
I mean, it feels great, I mean, it's deserved. We play great, we win it.
Awesome, and now, moving on for your season, obviously, last time you guys started off this good 2021, made the state final. What's going to be your ultimate goal as you head towards the end of the regular season and into postseason play?
To win it all and stay undefeated, break a lot of records and win the state title, or win a ring.
Awesome, congrats, Mabast, and here's your trophy. Hoist it up for the fans.
Yep.
There you go.
Why do I have to flip it?
I was going to say, you got to flip it. There you go. Thanks, Mabast. We'll send it back up to Kalen one more time here at Veterans Memorial Field.
Mabasta Alawadi holding up high for Lincoln Southwest, and the Silverhawks champions once again of the Heartland Athletic Conference Tournament. They are 12-0, number 1 in Class A, and looking to win it all. Still got some time before that when we get there. Norfolk played a great game, 11-4. They fall on the season. Still a great season for the Panthers, and will look to bounce back against Kearney in their next matchup, while Lincoln Southwest holding yet another trophy. Well, thank you so much for joining us on News Channel Nebraska today. Big thanks to Connor in the truck. As always, we had Kevin and Luke doing a tremendous job, of course, with the cameras up top and down below, and Luke Stera as well right next to me as a tremendous night of soccer here at Nebraska. My name is Kalen Debin. Enjoy the rest of your evening and have a great weekend.